Hi, welcome to my channel. In the last video, we saw how we could integrate an Azure database to an EA platform with our trigger only starting when there's a new row added to the database. In this video, we are going to be seeing how you can use scheduling to synchronize your Azure Cloud to your EA platform. So it's important that you understand your organizational needs and you reflect it in your own workflow. So the major difference between the last video and this one is that in the last video, when there's a change in the database, it automatically sends a trigger. But in this video, in what we are about to do now, even if there's a change in the database, it will not send the trigger. The trigger will only be sent at a defined time. You can choose it to be daily, you can choose it to be weekly, you can choose it to be monthly, whatever time you want. So that's the main distinction between these two. So if you are in an organization that you don't want um alterations or too many requests, or probably your primary data source changes often, you might want to have it done at a defined time periodically. So let me just proceed. Okay, so let me go back to my Logic apps. I hope we are clear on the difference between this and the last video. So I'll go to consumption. And apart from the addition of a new row, you can also set for modification. So when there's a modification, if you want a trigger. So there are so many options that you have, depends on your own organizational need. So I want to create a new Logic app now. Let me give this a name, Logic 2. And I'll be using Africa, South Africa, just because I know many cloud architects, they don't like to use the African region. But me, I want to use it. Stateful. So I think we are good. So this is real enterprise architecture that we are doing here. It's not um, enterprise architecture of documents. This is how enterprise architecture is being driven by applications. So validation is on point. I'm creating my Logic app now. I hope this time I won't forget the API key. Okay, so this is almost done. So I can go to the resource now. Then we go to the Logic App Designer. So now we want to add a trigger. You know that in the last video, we went for the connector, the MySQL connector, Azure database for MySQL. But in this case now, we are using the built-in tools. We are going to schedule, and we are going to choose recurrence. So we define the interval. You can see that by default it's set to 3 minutes, but I will be setting mine to like 24 hours because I won't even be using the automatic. I'll be running it manually. So let me set it to 24 hours and I'm good. Let me save. Okay. So we've added this. Remember, we have our database. Our database is lying somewhere. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to add get rows action for Azure database for MySQL. So I will come over here to add a new step. I will add the action. I will add an action. Then you can search for MySQL and look for get rows. You can see there's SQL. We are not um we are not interested in SQL. We're interested in MySQL. So you scroll down, and you pick get rows, not get row, get rows. And we'll fill in the database information now. I believe this is the database, the server name. Yeah, this is the database name, then the table name as well. Okay, so under advanced parameters, and the reason I'm doing this is that if I should just run it without specifying this advanced parameter, it will fetch all the rows in my database. And I don't want that. I want to fetch just a single row. I do not want to overwhelm my EA platform. I can also do that, but because I'm just testing, I just want a single row. So I'll come over to get maximum counts. Um, then I would add maximum count. I'll pick one. I'll make it one. So I just want a single row. Okay. So I think I'm good here. I'll save this. And now I'm going to add my compose action. And as I said previously, compose is just trying to do some kind of data transformation. So even though we are fetching the name and the description from our database, we can't just send that directly to Essential Cloud because Essential uses either JSON or XML. And there's a way the import specification is. There are classes you can use, there are slots you can use. So we have to use this compose to kind of like modify our requests. So I would add an action again under data operations, compose. Okay, so I'll paste this over here. Let me give, okay, this name will be from our database, so I can leave that bit. Yeah, I'll put short name, I'll call it Frankly IO 3. Description is also from our database, and I'm using this class name Composite Application Provider. So you need to read the API documentation to know classes that you can use, that you can call, and also the endpoints. So for the name, I'll pick name. For the description, I'll come over here and select description. You can see it automatically adds a for each loop, and that's because we are using get rows. So there's a for each loop, and the compose is added within that loop. Okay, so I think this is good. This is fine. I'll save this. Then I would add another step, HTTP, within the loop. It should not be outside, within the loop. Yeah, HTTP. I do not need to pass JSON here. But in our next video, I would show you how you pass JSON, how you can properly format this thing. So let me go and copy the URI. Let me go over to the URI, copy this. Methods, posts, headers, copy, content type, application/JSON. When I'm done with this Azure integration, then I intend to do one on ServiceNow, integrating ServiceNow to Essential Clouds. So I'll come back here, but for now, okay, let me just copy authorization. Bearer token. Okay, so let me scroll down. Under body, we're adding outputs. Yeah, so I think we are good. The only thing I will just add when I stop sharing is my bearer token and my API key. So I think that's all I need to do. Let me save this. So I will add my API key and my bearer token when I stop sharing my screen. Okay, so in this case, I do not need to add um a new item because the the trigger is not doing it by on its own. I'm the one responsible for it based on schedule. Okay, let me stop sharing. Let me add the API key first. So I just remember in the last video, after I updated my repository, I did not even show you from the Essential Cloud so that you can see that it was truly updated. So hopefully in this video, I will do that. I hope this video will not be long. I hope you are not seeing my screen because I'm copying the API key now, and I believe I've stopped sharing. So I'm copying my bearer token now. It expires in 5 minutes. In the next video, I'll show you how you can automate this bearer token process instead of waiting for 5 minutes. Okay, so I can save now and I'll share my screen now. I think I've added everything. If there's an issue, we will debug it together. So let me run it now. Let me run it. I think I'm good. Okay, so let's go to run history to check if it was succeeded. Yeah, it was succeeded. So you can see that this is very easy. Okay, so let's click on this. So under the for each, if we should scroll down and click on the HTTP, let's confirm the response. That's how we'll know that it was truly succeeded. Yeah, if I should take it here, yeah, so you can see it was succeeded. FA3. You can see the name, frankly, name 1. So this is how we can confirm. So let me log into my Essential Cloud, and you see that you will find what we added from our job in there. I hope you can still see am I sharing my screen? It looks like I'm not sharing my screen. Oh, let me confirm. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. I forgot. I wasn't sharing my screen. So let me show you where I went to. So this was where I saw that it was succeeded. Run history. Yeah, I came to run history and can see it succeeded. Then I clicked on this. Then I clicked on this, and you can see it here. You can see the body and the headers here. You can see it succeeded. This is the body. So we are going to search for this Franklin name 1 in our composite application provider. So let me log in. We're already done with the video. I just want to allow you know that what we are doing is really working. Okay, so I use my sandbox. I will come to capture. Then I'll search for composites application manager. It's under application layer, I believe. Application logical, application provider type, application provider, comes application provider. You can see it, you can see this. If I scroll down, you see Frankly your Franklin name. You can see Franklin name 1, Franklin name 2. So you can see they reflect in the repository. So this is a way whereby you can update your essential architecture platform from the primary source. So whether it's ServiceNow, whether it's Microsoft Azure, whether it's from Google Workspace, wherever you are getting it from, even your Active Directory, you can also use Graph API to connect your Active Directory to your Essential Cloud using Logic App as well. Yeah, so if you find this video insightful, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. Our next video, that one will be a lot more longer, because we'll be integrating the entire bearer token process into our workflow.